Have you ever wondered how long a mouse can swim before giving up? Scientists did just that. They put a mouse in water and observed. Imagine this scene: a tiny creature, a mouse, plunged into a pool of water. It's not a situation any mouse would voluntarily find itself in, but these are not ordinary circumstances. This is an experiment, a test of endurance and will. The scientists are not being cruel. They are probing the boundaries of what this little creature can endure. The mouse begins to swim, its tiny limbs paddling furiously against the water. Minutes pass, 5, 10. The mouse continues, driven by a primal instinct to survive. It doesn't understand why it's here in this water, but it knows it must keep swimming. 15 minutes. That's how long the mouse swims before exhaustion starts to set in. Its movements become slower, lethargic. It's about to give in, to surrender to the inevitable. The scientists watch, their faces impassive yet alert. They have the data they need. It's time to intervene. But here's the twist. Just before the mouse is about to give up, they take it out of the water. The mouse gasps, its tiny body shivering as it's dried off and allowed to rest. It's given a brief respite, a moment to recover, and then it's put back into the water. Now I ask you, what do you think happened next? How long do you think the mouse swam this time? Was it another 15 minutes? Or perhaps it was less. Maybe the mouse was too tired to continue. Or perhaps it was more, driven by the knowledge that it could be saved. Well, we'll get to that in the next scene. For now, let's just dwell on this moment. The mouse, taken out of the water just when it was about to give up. What a turn of events. What do you think happened next? The mouse was allowed to rest, dried off a bit, and then put back into the water. Can you guess how long it swam this time? In an astonishing turn of events, the mouse was taken out of the water just as it was about to give up. It was given a moment to catch its breath, a chance to dry off a little, a moment to rest, and then it was plunged back into the water. Now what do you think happened next? How long do you think the mouse tried to stay afloat this time? More than 15 minutes definitely. 16 minutes? 18? 20? 25? 30? 45? An hour? Hold on to your seats because the answer is going to blow you away. The mouse swam for an incredible 60 hours. That's right, 60 hours. That's 2.5 days. Just imagine, it went from barely managing 15 minutes to swimming for 60 hours. And do you know why? Because it believed that there was someone who would save it before it gave up. The mouse had experienced rescue once, and it had hope that it would be rescued again. This hope gave it the strength to keep going for much longer than it originally could. And this is true for life as well. No matter how hard you work, no matter how many challenges you face, no matter how much effort you put in, if you believe that there is someone who will believe in you, if you believe that there is someone who will come to your aid, then you will keep going. You will give it your all. Finding and including that person in your life can change your life forever. Share this with the person who is the reason for your steadfast belief. Believe it or not, the mouse swam for an astonishing 60 hours before giving up. Why do you think the mouse swam for so long the second time? The answer lies in hope. Let's dive a little deeper into this. The mouse, after its initial struggle, was taken out of the water. It was given the chance to breathe, to rest, to regain its strength. And then, it was put back into the water. But this time, something was different. The mouse wasn't just fighting against the water, it was swimming with a belief. A belief that before it would give up, someone would come to save it. This belief wasn't baseless. It was founded on an experience, a memory of being saved when all seemed lost. The mouse didn't know when it would be saved, it didn't know how, but it knew that it had a chance fueled by hope. And that hope made the mouse swim for 60 hours. Yes, you heard that right, 60 hours. That's more than 2 full days. It is astonishing, isn't it? How a small creature driven by the power of hope could do something so monumental. But that's exactly what hope does. It pushes us beyond our limits. It makes us do things we never thought we could. It gives us strength in the face of adversity, courage in the face of fear, and endurance in the face of exhaustion. Hope is not just an emotion. It's a powerful force. It's a beacon that guides us through the darkest times, a lifeline that pulls us out of the deepest abyss. It's the belief that even in the most dire of circumstances, there is a chance for salvation, and that belief can make all the difference. It can turn the tide, it can change the game, it can save a life. And that, my friends, was the secret of the mouse's extraordinary endurance. It wasn't just the mouse's physical strength or its instinct for survival, it was its hope, its belief in the possibility of being saved. This experiment teaches us the power of hope and belief in someone who can save us. The same principle applies to our lives. No matter how hard things get, if we believe that someone will be there to help us, we will keep trying. Just like the mice in the experiment, we are often put in challenging situations. We struggle, we fight, we get tired, and sometimes we feel like giving up. But if there's a glimmer of hope, if there's a belief that someone out there cares for us, is rooting for us, and will come to our rescue, we find the strength to keep going. So how does this translate to real-world scenarios? Consider an athlete training for the Olympics. The workouts are grueling, the sacrifices are enormous, and the pressure is immense. But if the athlete knows that they have a supportive coach, a loving family, or a dedicated fan base cheering them on, they will continue to push their limits, despite the odds. Or imagine a student studying for a critical exam. The syllabus is vast, the hours are long, and the stakes are high. However, if the student knows that their parents, teachers, or friends believe in them, they will keep studying, keep pushing, and keep trying, no matter how hard it gets. It's the power of having someone to rely on, someone who believes in you, that can give you the strength to keep going. It's the reassurance that you're not alone in your struggle, that someone will be there to pull you out when things get too hard. Having someone who believes in you isn't just about having a cheerleader or a rescuer, it's about having a source of strength, a beacon of hope, and a reason to keep going. It's about knowing that no matter how hard things get, you are not alone. So in essence, the experiment with the mice isn't just about endurance and survival. It's about the power of belief, hope, and support. It's about how the simple act of believing in someone can give them the strength to keep trying, to keep fighting, and to keep going, no matter how hard things get. Having that person who believes in you can change your life forever. Who is that person in your life that gives you hope and makes you keep trying? Think about it. Imagine their face, hear their voice, remember their words of encouragement. That person, my friends, is your support system. They are the ones who pull you out of the water just before you are about to give up, giving you a moment to breathe, to rest, to regain your strength. In the grand experiment of life, we are all like those tiny mice swimming in the water, struggling against the current, searching for a foothold. But no matter how strong the current, how fierce the storm, or how far the shore, the presence of a support system can make all the difference. This support system doesn't have to be a crowd. It can be just one person who believes in you when you can't believe in yourself. One person who sees your potential when you can't. One person who lends you their strength when you've exhausted all of yours. One person who won't let you give up, no matter what. Having a support system in your life is not a sign of weakness. On the contrary, it's a testament to our interconnectedness, our shared humanity. We are social beings, and we thrive on connection, encouragement, and mutual support. But remember, this is a two-way street. While it's important to have people in our lives who support us, it's equally important to be that person for others. To extend our hand in support, to lend our strength, to give hope. So take a moment today to appreciate that person or those people in your life who make you believe that you can swim for 60 hours before giving up. Thank them, cherish them, hold them close, and strive to be that person for someone else. Find that person and include them in your life. It could make all the difference. Because in the end, we are all just mice in the water, swimming against the current, hoping for a hand to pull us out when we need it the most. This powerful experiment teaches us a lot about the power of belief and hope. It mirrors the challenges we face in life, where resilience and persistence are key. The mice swam for a staggering 60 hours, not because they were physically stronger, but because they held on to the hope of being rescued. This experiment underscores the incredible power of hope, the belief in the possibility of a better outcome. It's a testament to the strength that comes from knowing there's someone who can save us, someone who believes in us. In our lives, we're not so different from these mice. We face trials and tribulations, but it's the hope of a better tomorrow, the knowledge that someone has our back, that keeps us going. Just like the mice, we can overcome seemingly insurmountable odds with hope and belief. Share this with the person who is the cause of your firm belief. They should know how they're changing your life.